Welcome back. This week we're on a whole new adventure. We're in a land of limited daylight where the sun only slightly rises over the horizon and then sets. Reindeer are real, northern lights litter the sky, and saunas and ice swims are a part of everyday life. We are here on a 3-week adventure. Click subscribe, send it to your mates. We have many old friends to catch up with, and we're going to share with you some crazy new activities and local customs that I've wanted to do my whole life. Welcome to the happiest country in the world, Finland. I got him.
Yeah.
Yep. Come on. There, Sean. I'd never been to Finland, but straight away I found out a few things. 1, the water's bloody cold.
He's swimming.
2, it's that cold that you can roll snowballs just like on the cartoons and they just keep growing and growing. And 3, I often get called a Jesus lookalike with my long hair, but in Finland I took it to the next level and finally walked on water, just walking on a lake.
There's a town where we can jump into the lake in the summer.
For those of you new to the channel, this is Better. We're on holidays to see her family and then take off on a 2-week adventure. This lake is where Better spent her childhood, at her grandparents' holiday home. Grandma is 85 and she's a weapon of a snow driver. Well, most of the time. Driving on the snow at like 100 k's an hour is loose. On the way we spotted a small herd of roe deer and I was frothing. I'd never seen roe deer before. It was super flighty, but that's because the Finns love game meat. Deer, moose and reindeer are all on the menu, and next time I'm definitely bringing my bow. We were only 1 day into the trip and Better was already just spending the whole time translating this crazy language.
Wolves have migrated down too. Oh, Grandma said you should carry her.
The house was epic, right on the lake.
Me. Täällä on joku kuivata jo. Kas, eihän ne sieltä poistu. All the water is frozen in the jugs. Patamaja. It's a 100-year-old sleigh that Grandma uses every day to get to the car. Birch.
After ticking another Finnish tradition off, having a wood sauna at Grandma's house, we said goodbye and were off to see some cousins and Better's niece before hitting the road up into the Arctic Circle.
So pretty.
The trip up north was massive. We'd started at Better's grandma's house down near Helsinki, headed up through Oulu, and then went up and were going to Lapland. There's a really popular town here just near Kitla called Levi. Levi is well known for its ski fields and is a really popular tourist destination with heaps to do. It was a freaking long, scary drive, but we're heading up to stay with our friends and use their house as a base for the next 2 weeks of activities. No way. This is sick. So the guys we're staying with work at this, what's it called? Polar Man Camp. So he's just let us come in and check it all out. It's so rad. Full deer skins all on the ground. It's epic. Each year, as soon as it begins snowing, Sam and his mate begin building this mini city built entirely from snow. Underground tunnels, igloos, slippery dips, they even have a bar. They run tours here and tourists get to learn how to build their own igloo, learn some Finnish history, cook over the fire and then head out on a nearby lake to hopefully see the northern lights. And we did just that. Off to try and see the northern lights. Everywhere you go in Finland, there are cabins or shelters known as a kotta. They are free to use. They have a fire pit and provide shelter, It's a favourite pastime for the Finns to hike to a kotta and take sausages and cook them over the flame. It was a super cold night, and as the moon came up, the northern lights filled the sky. It was one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. They move and dance in front of your eyes. To top the night off, we whipped out a pack of these marshmallows that were so delicious and cooked them over the fire. It had been a mental first night in the Arctic Circle, and I couldn't wait to see what the rest of our trip had in store.
So we just got out of the house. We were up late last night trying to see the northern lights, so we've had a pretty chill day, but I'm about to go head out on dark on a snowmobile with a local guy to go ice fishing, one of Betta's mates, and she's going to go cross-country skiing behind some snow dogs. So I'm going to do that for a few hours and then meet back up and have a sauna. What's this sauna? Different one.
It's a tent sauna.
Tent sauna.
And then we can have a dip in the lake.
Oh, another ice hole freezing event. Alright, I'll see if I can capture some stuff tonight. Otherwise, I'm hoping to learn enough that tomorrow I can go out to a lake and do it myself, which would be pretty sick. Phew.
Ready to go?
It was epic riding the skidoo. Those things are wild. And it's pretty much like a boat. You just drive it to wherever you want to fish.
Got the sled.
I think it's against flush. Pretty close.
With limited light, we ripped out to a nearby lake. Ollie had just got a brand new skidoo, so I was on his old beast, pulling the sled with our gear. There was a bit of a language barrier, and I didn't want to shove a camera down his throat, so I didn't film too much.
So flash out into worm.
But he showed me the basics of what to do and how to drill a hole through the ice. We weren't getting any bites, well, not from the fish anyway. We had these young groms come up and want to check out his new skidoo and take it for a ride. Meanwhile, the girls are out with the dogs, getting the harnesses on, ready to go for a ski.
How cool is this? Making cross-country skiing a little bit more fun. Divvy.
As quick as the sun had come over the horizon, it was gone, and with temperatures dropping fast, we decided to call it a day and head home. Even the old girl was struggling in the cold.
Hey!
Come here. Hello, buddy. What is it? A beaver. The house was epic. Ollie had built it for him and Sonny and the two dogs and was just big enough to hold them. The Finns lived simple. Without the deck, it was a 25 square metre house. I think even though it's dark and cold, the Finns actually spend minimal time indoors. So they just have a small house to sleep in, and otherwise they're out doing activities.
So just stocked up at the shops. We're going to the local tent sauna. Beer, chips, jerky, lollies.
The tent sauna was epic. It was a tiny town, right up the northern tip of Finland, bordering onto Sweden. It was a communal space. One of the locals had built it and was free for anyone to use. It had a little fireplace, and the only rules were you just got to replace the wood that you used. There was a tiny creek out the back where they'd cut a square out that you could jump in for a nice whole dip afterwards.
But now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west wind's calling. out my name. They telling me to head your way, down your road and past your gates. Keep your eyes on the horizon. I was looking too long and I'd already found me long.
My hand is
I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, a place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my
Christian, what are you doing?
Finnish people.
I can't even get in my shoe, it's frozen. Oh my god. I'm trying to get out of the sauna.
Sanni, tarvitsetko apua? Niin. Hui! Christian, how you feeling?
Vitalised.
Warm now.
3 ice dips. Now we're heading home. It had been such an epic day, and as we're driving home on this long straight to Levy, the moon just snuck over the horizon and we stopped to take some photos. That's all I could fit into this episode, so click subscribe, send it to your mates, because next week I head out to the ice solo and catch my first fish. We then hiked up a mountain to find a remote cotter, light a fire and cook the fish. The altitude up there made the trees turn into these fluffy balls. There's this and much more. I'll see you next time. You. Look at this marshmallow top. And to those of you tuning in time and time again, visit my shop below. Go find yourself a gold sniping or bow hunting t-shirt. These are all printed on quality AS colour shirts and jumpers and help support me getting deeper and deeper into the bush.